We are checking race results across European and North American races on a weekly basis. And we saw a young kid that came through the age group rankings. He had the fastest Ironman distance time for an under 20-year-old. Together with Jo, we then analyzed some of his further results. I did some online interviews with him. I could start to really see this kid is very special.
As I come across the finish line, my heart was pounding, my legs were screaming at me, and no breath seemed to have enough air. And the voice in the back of my head was starting to ask, why Zach, why this sport? But I knew there was no turning back now. I had to face my fear of defeat and step into the fire, pushing what I thought was my body's limit. People have always found redefining their abilities a source of motivation in life, or what they thought was impossible at first.
If you focus your mind, if you put all your energy into a goal, into a dream, I think anything is possible. And so I think for me, success is showing people that if they truly believe in themselves, they can achieve whatever they set their mind to. My name is Zachary Bernier-Michaud. I'm a 21-year-old triathlete. No, wait, My name is Zachary Bernier-Michaud. I'm 21 years old and I'm a KU professional triathlete. So KU Cycle reached out to me after one of my strong performances at IRONMAN Arizona. Back in 2023, I broke the U20 Ironman world record, so I became the fastest under 20-year-old to do an Ironman in 8 hours, 44 minutes. So I had a call with the CEO, Alex Bok, and right away I was intrigued in the idea.
We basically said we believe you have very unique skills, you have talent, but talent alone is not enough. Talent needs to be built. And if you can build a talent into an athlete with real performance, then that's how champions are built.
Six times 50, 200 medium, pedal and pull boys, 4 times 50, okay? But the 50 needs to be really good speed.
Yeah, I don't think achieving your dreams can be done alone. And so I knew that joining this crew team didn't just mean a fast bike, also meant having this ecosystem around you, this team that would support you.
He accepted our offer to become a next-gen athlete.
And from then that journey started. So I picked up my first TF1 in May 2024. Right away went into aero testing. We really dialed the positioning completely, became as aero as possible. With this bike, I was able to have some of the fastest bike splits on every single race. And I started working with Jo Spindler June 1st. And so he brought me to the highest level in the age group ranks.
Jo Spindler started to coach Zachary. And I think at the moment we're going from strength to strength. And the development that Zachary is going through is incredible.
I started winning every single one in 2024, and that finished with Ironman Arizona in November. And I knew that if I could win all the age groups, it was kind of time to turn pro.
Keep it up.
The first time I saw someone grab a banner was Jan Frodeno in 2019. And ever since, I don't think it's about the banner, but for me, it almost is all about the banner, and I think the banner is a metaphor for something way bigger. It's for all the hard work, all the accomplishments, the dream and the belief, and all the sacrifices I do. So I know that grabbing that World Championship banner takes multiple steps, multiple years, maybe 10 years. But I know that each step along the way is just as important as grabbing that Kona banner one day. And so I think my first banner, Ironman Arizona, although it was just an age group win, I think it was a huge transition, big step in the right direction. It's the moment I kind of started believing in myself that all these efforts, all these sacrifices I do as a full-time university student is paying off. So I think there was a lot of emotion when I grabbed that banner.
Implementation, adoption, maintenance, reach, efficacy, adoption, implementation, maintenance.
Being a full-time university student, the obsession kind of outweighs everything. My obsession with triathlon, with training and becoming the best outweighs all those little sacrifices. And there's always that doubt, right? What am I doing? I was 3 years in a dorm room with my bed on the side, I had my bike trainer, and I had my desk. And that's pretty much all I would do. I would be studying at my desk, then I would hop on the trainer for 3 hours, and then I go to bed in that same room. And I think some people might think I'm crazy, but I think if you believe in your dream, then you kind of have to go for it.
2 hours. Long run.
Throughout the summer, I have 4 months in between years, so I have 1 more year of university. And so that ended on April 28th with my last exam. I packed my bags from my dorm room. I took everything I had, so my bike, all my clothes. I took the flight on April 29th in the morning to come here for 4 months and train in the Alps and kind of scout out Europe and just train with the best and train in the best environment.
He's completely committed to the goal, to the team that we're building around him, where Zachary is the athlete, but also the owner of his own brand and the CEO of his own company.
We created this triangle of a team, which included myself as the athlete, Alex Bok as a manager, and then Jo Spindler as my coach. We kind of all work together on what's best in terms of racing, in terms of training. And we kind of decided this was while I was at university in Canada, in my 3rd year of university.
That's how we build a team around them, and then there's media, social media, business support, financial support. This is how I believe you build champions.
My goal as a professional triathlete is really focused on the full distance. And so my first professional full distance was IRONMAN Austria back in June. And the goal we had decided was a top 10. So if I can go from an age grouper at the end of 2024 to a top 10 at my first full pro distance Ironman, we'd call that a success.
All right, Zach, getting right into the zone now. Last words from mom, dad, and the family and all the people in Canada.
Yeah, thank you so much for everybody's support. I'll give it my best.
Zachary's preparation was going very well. He did his first Ironman pro race in Austria.
We didn't choose a super fast course either. It was quite hilly, 1,800 meters of climbing.
Good swim. 54 minutes, 5 minutes to the lead. Let's go!
And it was a very hot day, 34 Celsius on the run.
How do you feel, Zach? Okay. Well, that's good, because then you're gonna get yourself in business now.
He placed top 10. It was a very good race. He had a tactic mistake in the bike, but it was his first race. Nothing to complain. He had like good swim, good bike, good run. So this is actually where we wanted to have him at that point of the time.
We managed to get that 10th position, which I think is in the right direction and shows really good progress.
Zach, first race as a pro, 10th place.
Yeah,
You did it, brother.
fought for my life.
Now then he recovered. Now we are back here in Switzerland, and we're really working his bike to improve him for IRONMAN Switzerland.
We do it for 40 minutes up and down, and then you go down to Leysin and climb back up. That's it. And this is the first turning point. The interval starts from the light post, okay?
So being at this crew training camp for 2 months will definitely prepare me well for IRONMAN Switzerland. It's the same type of environment, hilly roads, hard training. Although I'm only 21 years old, I think I can put my best foot forward and be competitive at an international field. And that's the goal, and that'll show progress for the long-term goal.
So this is the place to be to prepare for these races, because he will get very strong on the bike, because he is climbing every day. Every day, you know, even the easiest bike route loop we do is 1100 height meters of climbing. There is no flat riding, and that will make him super strong on the bike.
Yeah, I think Leysin offers an environment that you can't find anywhere else. So super steep climbs. And I think a lot of people forget that in triathlon, you can't be fragile, because there's so many things that will happen in the race, in training, because there's going to be hard training sessions. But if you can push through those, you'll come out another level. These are the type of sessions that just build your character. I think that's super important, build your resilience. And then when it comes to a race and something goes wrong, you have all these hard training sessions that I've done here so I can push through and get to that finish line. Do that, yeah.
Do the whole loop?
Well, I'll bike.
Not bike, but then we
hop
finish.
in and we finish it. It won't be that long.
Beautiful tune. We had basically 4 months to have Zachary in Europe. He gets thrown around in different locations with different training partners, living in different circumstances. It's a very big test for a young man. So handled himself extremely well, prepared well for the race, didn't get distracted. That was a good thing to see for me, and that shows how Zach is growing as a professional.
The amount of discipline and dedication that goes into it is really incredible.
To then arrive here in Switzerland, first of all, a reunion with Mom and his brother Ludo.
Having the support of my family is really important. I don't think I could do it without them. And I know there's going to be hard times throughout my career, whether that's an injury, that's sickness, or just a bad race, a bad training session. I know that if my family's there to support me, that's super important for me, as I know they have my back, and no matter what the result is, I know they'll be there.
To be part of this big kind of family that is developing around Zach, that all love him and want what's best for him, is really, really incredible to see.
During preparation, he stayed focused. There's a lot of noise, a lot of beautiful noise, but Zachary's really good in staying focused on the signal and the ultimate outcome.
I think the level of focus that we're seeing in him as he ages, as he goes through this training, as he goes through these races, is really incredible. His dedication to the sport, understanding his bigger purpose and why he pushes himself to the absolute limits.
So to conclude my TED Talk today, I want to remind you that you are capable of achieving whatever you set your mind to, that you have no limits. What you need to remember to find that internal motivation. Surround yourself with great people and find a purpose in what you're doing.
Triathlon is a way I can inspire people to reach their full potential. That if you really commit to something, believe in yourself, and kind of start ignoring all the noise and really stick to that goal, then you can achieve anything you want.
He swam exactly what we sort of like thought where he would be, 52 minutes and change. So that was excellent. That was a gain from where we are. But from that swim coming out at 52 minutes, you just missed the leading pack. Zach is 21, we all know that. So that's the last of our concerns now. We got months and years to go.
It's a course that has a lot of climbing, 2,200 meters, but it didn't feel like that much because we were so well prepared in the Alps that it kind of felt just more like a rolling course with a couple ups and downs, but not climbing like we had done in training. So Switzerland is really one of the best training spots I've been to, and definitely I want to come back to get stronger and fitter next year. Crossing that finish line, I always try to remember why I'm doing this, right? And I always want to inspire people to push beyond what they thought was capable of. And I knew that just getting to that finish line in a strong position, I hoped that I could do that with all those people supporting me and showing the world that if you work hard enough, then anything is possible.
Every time I see him cross the finish line, my whole body just goes through this emotional, insane pride and joy, and you know, we're so invested in the race and we don't even care about the result, but seeing him, and it's just evidence that when you dedicate time and effort like Zach does to something, the results are incredible.
Special moment to see Zach at the finish line, to see the tears rolling, the pain, the emotions, the pleasure, the sacrifices, everything comes together there, and it's sort of like a switch from a very lethal fighting machine into a very emotional human being who also has feelings and who has emotions. During the race, those are switched off, and Zach does that better than a lot of people that I've ever worked with.
Yeah, I feel very, very proud of myself. I'm very happy, you know, and seeing the progress, and it really showed at this Ironman. So having this positive energy from all the people around me was something really special. The crew team here, my mom and my brother. I knew that if I took their positive energy and brought this into the race in this beautiful location at IRONMAN Switzerland, then I knew I was going to have a very strong race and carry that throughout the whole day.
I think it was a whirlwind for Mom, especially for her to witness her first ever full Ironman, which, as we all know, is pushing your body to the absolute limits. But I think to see anyone, especially your son, cross a finish line with that much pride and that much excitement is as happy as you can get as a mother, as a brother. And it's something that fuels all of us in our family, in our daily lives too.
Typically we have about 24 or 26 slots still available in the performance pool. But I think we should maybe start the awards ceremony.
To Zachary, this was a really good fight in a pretty strong field, 30+ pros. So
Zachary Bernier-Michaud.
And that's really impressive, you know. He went from 10th to 9th to 8th and ultimately ended up in 7th. So I think together with Jo, Zachary and the team, we know what learnings to take from this race.
Yeah, so Ironman Switzerland was kind of the conclusion of this 4-month summer in Europe. I think this race kind of concludes that the hard work is paying off, right? 7th place is definitely not the final outcome, what we're looking for. This is like a project we have for the next coming years, and we know that we've done a lot of progress throughout this whole summer, and 7th is, I'm still very happy with that, but we know there's more.
With athletes like Zachary, who come just through the age group ranks into the professional field, it's very tempting to think that development and the growth goes exponentially fast. It's not that easy. These races are tough. There's a lot more contenders where we need to be realistic for Zachary, and where the development of an athlete such as Zachary and other next-gen athletes and pro athletes, we are very focused on not buying champions, but building champions. Taking talent all the way to the top, and that's our plan with Zachary, and we got a couple of years to go. But Toon here showed with good training, dedication, focus, and a support system and the right technology, can come 7th in his 2nd professional Ironman distance.
After a couple of months in Europe, it's time to return home and back to reality for a little bit and put his head down in the notebooks and make sure that he finishes his degree with the same energy and willpower that he dedicates to triathlon. I mean, what's next for him? We got his semi-home race, Arizona, which will be our 3rd year going. My 3rd year going there with him as well, which I'm extremely excited for.
I've done this race twice as an age grouper. I won the overall race last year as an age grouper, so I'm really excited to go back as a pro and show what I can do in the pro field in America and show them what I've got.